penetrar Mayer, lo busca Mayer, justamente se va un poco ancho ahora, y el Pereque de costado, el Pereque, ¡ay! Se tocaron y se pegaron con Nico Chenique, fuerte golpe en la plana, se puso de costado, un poco hacia afuera, ahí vemos la reiteración, sale afuera del piano, Brosi lo invoca Fernández, que venía pasando justamente para...
Uma fissura e pode acontecer, que nessa saída talvez lá em cima já tenha cortado o pneu.
Já estava furado, eu acho, o pneu, porque eu vi saindo fumaça antes. Talvez o pneu furado tenha causado a saída de pista, como aconteceu com o Cacá Bueno antes.
Logo depois da entrada do box ele teve o problema, né? Teve que dar toda uma volta na pista.
Tem a terceira, Pavel que vem primeiro, Henrique Basso segundo, terceira colocação do Gustavo Mascarenhas. E olha ali passando o ponto, Mascarenhas, cuidado, atravessou tudo, voltou. Nossa senhora, precioso aí da gateada. Cuidado, Mascarenhas.
Aí deu ruim.
O eixo dianteiro ali do Pavelski.
E uma...
Opa! E agora mais uma vez ali o Mascarenhas.
Mascarenhas, foi o Mascarenhas.
Deu sorte ali de não acertar o carro do Juca Fugante. E aí veio aqui pro barranco, na barreira ali de pneus. É uma barreira muito bem construída de pneus com terra dentro, ou seja... E aí você acompanha, deu um trio wide ali e o toque. De lateral ele veio ali, tem uma grama que faz uma rampa. E aí o susto do Rondinei. Ele acabou se tocando com o carro do Dudu.
Eles vão em linha de 3, se tocando pela reta. Teve que tirar o time de campo e olha ali a batida. O André Marques junto com o Cirino. E vamos ver de novo aí a repetição da imagem. Ah, ele tomou um toque do Dirani. Então apaga o que eu falei. Se já estava saindo de frente, agora ele teve mais um endosso para sair de frente, que foi o toque ali do Danilo Dirani.
Essa curva é muito...
Ele estava fazendo um tempo de volta 5 segundos mais lento que os outros. E foi pra grama, virou passageiro, né? Não tem muito o que fazer.
The cars come through and Jonathan Emery to take the lead of the race. Now this is what happened to Lee James. He got caught up with Henry Speaks. Oh, he tags Dan Neal. That's why Dan Neal's in the pit lane. And then into the tyre wall. That car stood up very well to that because there's no real...
Fourth position, there's Megan Bruce battling it out a little bit further back, and a spin. A couple of cars going off there. There's contact the number 6 car of Anthony Nichols, clipping the back of the 22 car, Neil.
Yeah, we're going to have a safety car to recover that. It is in the chicane look, and contact with another car.
That's Arif Hanif, I think.
Yep, so again, another bit of contact.
They're trying to go 7 wide as they come down the Craner curve. James McCall in there at the back of it. Oh, tank of Harry Kramer, off goes Kramer and Jonathan Evans. This is going to be a big impact. Wallop straight in they go. Huge accident at the Craner curves.
Let's take a look.
It's definitely had a spin at turn 10, but no debris by the looks of it. So it's just by the time they get to the braking zone, it's very, very tight. It was in. Oh no! A big spin for Noel Leon, puncture on the right rear corner. I think he might have.
Kinch, a long-time campaigner in the Ferrari Challenges. We've got another red flag as Christian Kinch is back end. Let's go. And once you're on the grass, you are nothing. That car is going to have to be recovered. That is the car of Ken Abe, if I'm not mistaken. And he made contact with the barriers.
That hurts.
Yeah.
But improve. And this is a bit too much from the 107.
Stefano Marazzi pushing as hard as he can and pushing just a bit. And that is the trouble. Here it is then. Oh my goodness, strange. That was a big slide.
That was strange.
It made contact, but it only made contact with the tyres, and the gravel trap doing its job in terms of scrubbing the speed. And here we can see the 325 car of Tor Haugen, Ferrari Westlake going around, doing something of a pirouette, because Tor is able to get the car going again. And there you can see, that's the Dana Goodwin car, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where we saw earlier on. Absolutely brilliant. And that's how Custodio.
No chance to catch the car.
And you know what? And whoever went around, I think, has got pointed in the right direction once again. So it's Koyeski from Perina, from Cook, and another driver having gone around. I think that's Frank Szczesniak, who does manage to get going again, but something of a chain reaction there because and the safety car was called for. And there you can see the 333 car going out then, and once in the gravel, absolutely stuck there. So Matt Dalton was going to be going no further. And then going around was Tor Haugen, look, in the 325 car. Very good avoidance by all the other drivers. Did he get inch around? Very good avoidance from all the other drivers that were following. Let's see it from here. And that's when you have to make these split-second decisions in terms of whether you go left or whether you go right. And Paolo Scudieri actually making contact there is his grip, like he didn't have any at all. Another one that went around that we didn't see earlier on, and this was Baby K, who again, you could just see the steering angle there as he's trying to nurse this car around, and that is one of the cars that we think slick tyres. And that was Tommy Lindroth. Okay, here's Guy 4 and Alexander Nussbaumer and James Wyland going around. James Wyland, who has raced in...
The conditions out there are pretty tricky.
And there we could see the number 14 car then of Nobuhiro Imada making a trip into the...
From third position.
Oh, this is, which is this? Is this the one? It is. It's Lance Fenton. Is he going to get through what will still be quite damp gravel? I think he's...
Left-hander at turn 13 goes the number 1. However, through the right-hander, that is not the prescribed line for Kevin Merriweather. And later on, now darting up the inside. Oh, but he's left it a bit too late, and I think that was a spin on his own, and then the wrong time in terms of the amount of time it spent in the pit lane. There was a spin for Lemoine, which put Martin Rich back in front. Yeah. But the Pegasus car...
So they were only a tenth apart. James behind. It's absolutely brutal. They've just caught the end of the tyre barrier. Luckily, it looks worse than it is. John Seal by himself, middle of crane, his car just goes straight. I don't know if that's a car failure, but that is so scary. When you think how long he's been crashing for, and then how hard he still hits the barriers. That was a 50 car. Price must have rear-ended, actually in the side, wasn't it? Really late on the brakes. Does well himself, but Ian Campbell, I think, must have suspension.
Moment, and 3 cars essentially met each other on the off-road, and the Mercedes was in that too.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Rosso Corsa having to go over as well. And so they all just collect each other on the way out. I think this is on board with Leonov. Yes, it is. So he's gone in a little hot there, gone round. And Porsche that had a bit of a touch. Whoa! The Kessel car just came bang into the side. Costa has made contact with 2 cars now. And wow. So that's a real shame for our most recent race winner as well. So this all starts because Montemini gets the nudge here. Well, I don't know why you can put your hands
in lap 10 as well, as we see, oh goodness me, a real tussle now as we see 2 cars come together, and that's the 19, Pietro Pirolini's gone off. We've got car number 27 and Marco Polcini, as well as the...
There was side-by-side between the 2 Porsches, the Lamborghini, and at least one other car. Was there another touch on the Porsche, or was it just that side-by-side? It looks like it is the right-hand
flap, but very good racer, so watch that number 2. Oh, and a spin before the green flag even waves.
Turning circle than I expected it for the lead, and there's a touch there, and that is Gresham Wagner going around. He's backwards, he's forwards, he's backwards, he spins, and he doesn't hit anybody before going into the beach. The inside at turn 2, that's a classic manoeuvre, but he gets a little tap, and he hits the number 13 car, and bad luck. A stop. Somebody's going to have run wide at the exit of the final corner, and that was Heather, who came back across the track, and the innocent bystander. And I'm pretty sure the teams were telling the top 4 that as Tyler Gonzalez went into turn 10 here in the lead.
He gets into Stenhouse there, and Stenhouse goes up, makes a little contact with the wall, and luckily, as it comes down the track,
Moffitt hit the wall.
Yeah, Moffitt just gets up the racetrack, gets into the fence. He has to come out of the gas, right, to try to lessen the impact, slow the car down. And the impact of him hitting the wall slows the car down as well. And there's absolutely nothing you can do in that situation, just bad timing. All these people, all these guys, just wrong place, wrong time.
Amazing, they ran to me instantly, and I just gave them my left hand, and I said, just pull me out. And they were going soft, and I was like, just pull me out, I'm fine. I just couldn't use my right arm. I knew that I was in pain somewhere up here.
Hit that wall, he got disrupted, no back. Oh, now we got contact again. Guys.
Those cars are, but when you lose the front end like that, there's really no getting out of it, and then you can see the whole front part of the suspension off.
There. Around this very narrow circuit. Spin in the background there. One car getting spat off there. Hands up in the air.
As Smith was trying already as soon as turn number 8 to shake off a little bit. Oh, a couple of drivers, 3 of them coming together into that double left hand. Yeah, the weight saving didn't help, of course. Oh, and a couple of drivers coming together in that turn number 8 and 9.
Fortunately, it would stay the same all the way throughout. Then the very dramatic moment here down into turn number.
The championship dream was ended for Leon, shining at Brands, but it was a very chilly day and a fall early on for Tom Amos in his debut weekend. This was about halfway through, and on the restart with cold tyres, Jason Halloran crashed out and kissed goodbye to another championship opportunity. There was a bit of drama though further back. Jake Marsh with a horrible high side on the exit of Graham Hill Bend, and soon to pile up the numbers in terms of the high rate of attrition going down at Sterling Bend. Through on him, there was a fall further back between Thompson and Joe Moore on the approach into.
This is Jacob Hatch high-siding his way out of the final corner. Joe Howard with nowhere to...
Se o William, você já viu ele bem, ele fora da pista.
O William e o Mano, se eu não me engano, se envolveram num toque.
Deram uma enroscada, uma trocadinha de tinta.
Que estava recebendo um calorão ali do Luiz Ferraz e do Franzino. Nossa, capotaço ali.
Nossa, essa é aquela que o piloto desliza. É lógico, vai ter os ralados, né? Não deve ter nenhuma grande lesão, mas vai...